The murder of Mike's sister-in-law intrudes on my thoughts 5 days later, during a President's Day dinner of Hungarian goulash prepared by my 15-year-old daughter, Brittany. I can't shake the sense that the haunted look in Mike's eyes as he contemplated the cops zeroing in on his brother portends trouble dead ahead, trouble that will involve me. I push those thoughts aside to give Brittany my full attention. She and I are still recovering from several terrible weeks last fall that had seen her kidnapped and her boyfriend murdered. It all ended when I shot and killed the mafia gangster who had been behind the kidnapping and murder, and that barely scratches the surface of the craziest 2 months of our lives. We're both still laboring to overcome the physical and emotional wounds we suffered, and are becoming pretty good at setting it all aside behind a facade of normalcy for minutes at a time. "That was pretty good," I say, as I push aside the dinner plate I've just scoured clean. "Pretty good?" she shoots back while giving me the stink eye. "I go to all the trouble of making you a nice meal on my day off school, and that's all the thanks I get?" "I'll bet the pie is great," I exclaim, in a bid to redeem myself. The pièce de résistance is to be an apple pie baked from scratch. Brittany shoots an exaggerated stare at the kitchen wall clock and grumbles, "We may never find out." We're holding dessert until Pat O'Toole arrives. Pat, a local newspaper reporter at the Chicago Tribune, was a classmate of mine growing up. Brittany has had a rough first year in Cedar Heights after our arrival from Atlanta in the wake of a bitter divorce. Despite the age difference between them, Brittany considers Pat one of her few friends here. Pat begged off Brittany's dinner invitation but promised to come afterward. I plan to ask Pat what, if anything, she knows about Marcia's murder. I'm a little worried about doing so. Our relationship is somewhat tenuous these days. I don't want her to feel as if I'm trying to exploit it. I can't imagine that she will. She's a generous soul. But the relationship means a lot to me, and I don't want to jeopardize it. That said, I feel the inexorable pull of Reg's potential case drawing me in, and want to learn everything I possibly can about what happened and how the murder investigation is progressing.